The French capital Paris is hosting a major international conference aimed at reviving talks between the Palestinians and Israelis. French Minister of Foreign Affairs Jean-Marc Ayrault addressed delegates at the opening of conference. Delegates from 70 countries are expected to reaffirm support for the so-called two-state solution. Palestinians have welcomed the conference, but Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu slammed the meeting as futile and rigged. Neither the Israelis nor the Palestinians will be represented in the conference. The last round of direct talks collapsed in April 2014. Israel's settlement activities in the occupied territories and administrative detentions of Palestinians have been the major obstacles to negotiations. In recent weeks, Tel Aviv has been attacking UN Security Council members, especially the United States, over a resolution adopted last month which calls for an end to settlement construction on the occupied land. To discuss that, we're now joined by Mr. Max Igan, who is a radio host and political commentator, and he's joining us live now from Brisbane. Sir, thanks for joining us. How do you feel about this conference? 70 countries in attendance, but Israel and Palestine, the two main parties, aren't.
Well, this is pretty typical, really, when the rest of the world gets involved in the affairs of Israel and Palestine. But it's very typical that Israel would respond in this way. Israel sees any attempt at aggression against the Palestinian people as being anti-Semitic or rigged. Any conference that's ever held that doesn't give Israel full control of Palestine is always claimed as being rigged. I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu will not attend any of these conferences. This is a stalemate in the peace process, always. I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu and the current Israeli administration will not accept anything except full control of Palestine for Israel. They do not recognise Palestine's right to exist. That's the simple fact of the matter. And they're going to condemn any conference which is attempting to recognise Palestine or give any sort of leeway to these people at all. What Israel wants is for the Palestinian people to simply lie down and die quietly or go away. That's what they want them to do. They want all of Palestine to become Israel, and they won't accept anything else. And that's just the sad fact of the matter. But it's good to see this conference going ahead. It's at least good to see a bunch of nations getting together and realising that this problem has to be solved. We have to find a solution, and the Palestinians have to be given some sort of dignity. They have to be given their own lands.
And of course, we know this conference is being held in France, which is obviously an ally of Israel. We had the United States abstaining from that vote in the UN as well. Is that a sign, do you think, that even Israel's own allies will at some point pressure it or are pressuring it behind the scenes to, for example, begin talks again? Well,
look, it's good that the United States abstained from voting in that UN vote, but I mean they could have voted in the other way. They could have voted, to stop the settlements. The fact that they abstained is a good thing. It's a good sign. It's a breath of hope. At least it shows that even Israel's allies are getting embarrassed by the actions of this nation. I mean, it's just been out of control. Like I said, it won't accept anything else except full control of the land for Israel. It's all about ethnic cleansing the Palestinian people. They want the Palestinians to lie down and die or just go away. And they have to become Israelis or just go away. That's the option that they're given. And it's the only option that they're given. And even looking at these settlements being built on occupied territory, it's not just the territory that's occupied now. They're literally going in and bulldozing homes and occupying more and more territory all the time. And they've been doing this ever since as long as they can. I mean, they've never respected the borders, and it has to stop. The Palestinians have to be given a chance to live in dignity. The siege of Gaza has to end, and the people in West Bank have to be able to at least be able to go out and not have pot shots taken at them and get checkpoints everywhere they go. I mean, it's ridiculous. The state the Palestinian people are forced to live in is an absolute affront to all that it means to be human. And it's good to see this sort of a council going ahead. But of course, Israel is not going to accept anything that gives any rights to the Palestinian people. And it's about time the people of the world realise that this is what's going on. So we can't accept their standards. If any country has sanctions, it needs to be Israel until they end what they are doing to the Palestinian people.
Okay, Mr. Igan, we'll leave it there at that point. But of course, as always, we do appreciate you taking your time out to share your thoughts with us here at Press TV.